So this is the Haynes Grove and Ironwork patio at Grand Lodge. This space can seat 100 people, 150, including the Grove area. And the staff says that really, in terms of hookups and power outlets, they can set up anywhere, but usually DJs are set up in that corner there or this corner here. And most often a dance floor is put in this space here. And you also have this little area back here that is included in the space, and that's what makes it a larger capacity. So again, here's a look at the space from this corner. And then power can come, they can run power down from this garage or behind from the building, as well as there is power behind this wood. You can see one just right up there. It's actually open behind the wood pile, as well as back here by the plant. I'll just show you very quickly. So there's a power source here as well. And I'll just show you again the space. But again, Mcmenamins is happy to provide extension cords so that you can do power from anywhere. So just around the corner from the Ironwork patio is Haynes Glen. The space, as you can see, is an outdoor space. It's not utilized that often. We can't pinpoint the power sources exactly, but they do come from this building here. And setup is however the client wants. There's not like a general setup that they usually see, but Mcmenamins can provide power source to anywhere in this area. So no matter where the DJ would set up, it would be no problem to get power source to them. This is the start of Cedar Grove and Children's Cottage. This tree and grassy area is included, as well as the picnic area that we see coming up. And the building there to the right is the Children's Cottage. Max capacity for this whole area is 150 people. Again, in terms of power, Mcmenamins can provide power to anywhere in the space. So extension cords are used. So really, in terms of how setup is done, it's not a problem. Just take a quick look around. So there is the space, and we'll take a look inside in a bit. So just inside the Children's Cottage at the Grand Lodge Mcmenamins, when you come in, there's a bar, and the only room for DJ use is to the left. So the max capacity with the Grove as well as the Children's Cottage is 150, but in terms of indoors, that 150 would be obviously not just in this room, but having people seated throughout the cottage. But the only room that can allow for a DJ as well as a dance floor is this room here, and the DJ would normally be set up in either one of those back corners. I'll come back here, and Wi-Fi is accessible from this building as well. And so you have power outlets on this side, as well as a few more on this side, one there and there as well. And so the curfew for music in the space outdoors is 9 p.m. and has to be completely off by 10. So especially in the summer, what most people do is that they have everything set up outdoors, and dancing will be outdoors, but then they will move the rest of dancing for the evening indoors, and then you can have music until 11 p.m. in this space. So still at the Grand Lodge, this is an outdoor space. This is Pilates hideaway. It's not used for many events, probably one a year, and an example would be maybe a baby shower. It's a really cute space. The only thing is that it is in the midst of the parking lot on the west side, as you can see there. but the maximum capacity for the space is 60 people. You can see that there's a power source right there for the tree, so if you were going to set up, it would be somewhere near that area. But it's a kind of a circular space around this tree. I'll come around to the other side. As you can see, again, surrounded by parking lot. And this is the west side of the building. But that gives you a sense of the space. So again, at the Grand Lodge, this is Delia's Garden, just off of the west side parking lot. The building that you see there is Pat's Bar, I believe. So Delia's Garden is anything that's on this side of the building, so all of the grass that you see, the lawn in front of me, all the way across to that disc golf, frisbee golf, I forget what that sport is. But basically, if you draw a line from that goal post there across to this tree that you see, and to this building on this side of the building. So anything on this side of the building, the lawn that you see further beyond these trees is not included, but it's a large space. There's a built-in kind of ceremony arch that you see there. Ceremony is usually conducted in that far corner. Usually there's a tent put up right in front of me, which will include the dance floor and the DJ. From what I understand, this back area is not generally utilized, but you can bring out a power source from the bushes in the far back, as well as power can be strung out from Pat's Bar, which is the building there. So really, access to power can be from anywhere, but that is the general layout, usually. So just at Grand Lodge again, just past Delia's Garden is Willow Grove, which is the largest space capacity that they have. Starting from this flagpole here onwards is what's included in Willow Grove. It can, reception style, hold 1,000 people. Seated, it can hold a capacity of 750 people. In terms of power, again, they can do power to any area. Usually though, did you say ceremony or reception is usually right in front of us?
Usually ceremony is right.
Ceremony is right in front of us. And dancing?
And dancing is usually in that big open area in the back.
In the back, so behind the fenced area.
Correct.
Beyond the trees. Okay, so dancing would be a little further back, so we will take another video of that. But you do have power access from this flagpole using extension cords and from a special stump that we'll see a little further down. So this is the other side of Willow Grove. There's the flagpole that you saw in the earlier video. So closer to the flagpole, that area there is where ceremony is usually held, and then in this area here is where people will usually have reception. So they usually have a reception tent set up here, as well as the dance floor and the DJ. There is a power source at this stump. You can see it right there in the middle of the screen right there, and you can get power from there. And again, seating maximum capacity for Willow Grove is 750 people. And then just quickly, we have this back area as well. That people can venture out to. So this is the Equinox Room. It can have 50 people maximum. And there are 4 of these types of rooms. They're considered parlor rooms throughout the Grand Lodge. The other 3 are the Billy Scott Room, Magic Flute Room, as well as the Rounder Room. In terms of DJ setup, they don't have events too often that set up a DJ in the space, but sometimes they do, and power outlets are all along the wall. You can see one in the back there, as well as one that is powering this lamp here, and one there. And generally, if the space is rented for a wedding or an event. For example, in the case of a wedding, you would have perhaps the ceremony in this room, and then a reception up in another room that is equal to this room, and then this would be reset for a dance floor and DJ for about 30 or so people. So there you go. So again, at the Grand Lodge Mcmenamins, this is the Lis Room, maximum capacity 60 people. This is in the basement of the building. The room is most often used for holiday parties or corporate parties. The DJ is usually set up in that window that you see just in front, in the middle. Power outlets are throughout the space. A dance floor can be set up in the space, although generally it's more so being a corporate party, people just kind of milling around. So there's a power outlet there, as well as, well, that's a different kind of outlet, but then there's power there. And then just as a quick look from this corner, vantage point. So you've got the bar here to the left, and then this gives you just a general idea of the space.